Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing right now.
As I've mentioned before in a few videos, I graduated with a degree in English education from the University of Northern Iowa back in 1994. Been out of college for quite a while, and I'm happy to have received the degree. It was a bit of a challenge, not so much going to college, but it was a challenge to find the right professors. That's what it was all about. It wasn't necessarily about the course, but who was teaching the course, their style, their methodology. And back then, the internet was on campus, but hardly anybody used it. I was using it, but nobody else. And we would often talk with one another, talk to students who've been through these courses to ask them, well, who is the best professor for this particular class? And then based on that, we would try to sign up for those classes when our name was drawn out of the whatever it was drawn out of, because we had to wait until that time so that we can go to some kind of computer terminal or to the registrar or wherever it was to sign up for the courses. And you could identify the courses you wanted to take with the professor so long as their classes weren't full. And that's the way that we did things. And it's still possible to do things that way, certainly. But there's a website that may be able to help you if you're in college or you're thinking about going to college, and hopefully you are. I mean, a college education is a good thing to have. I mean, but even if you don't, you're going to be okay in life. It's not necessary, but it's something that you might consider, and never is too late. That is, you wouldn't ever want to put it off if you could at all help it. RateMyProfessors.com. RateMyProfessors.com allows you, as a student, to rate your professors. And then if you're thinking about taking those classes, you can find out what other people think about that professor, candidly. Of course, now there's the opportunity for the professors to give their feedback here as well. I would have killed for this site. I was able to make do with what I had, and that would be, communicating with friends in real time, that is face-to-face. I mean, some of them had email, and, the word kind of got around about who was good to take, who wasn't so good. It was more important for gen ed courses more than the courses for your degree, although that, did come into play too. I remember hearing a lot about one particular professor at my university who was known for being very dry, and also drinking coffee and expelling coffee farts. This is what people were saying. And that was expository writing. And that was the last course I needed to complete a minor in creative writing. I took the course for one class and was assigned writing, I guess it was whatever, the paper, the term paper. That was the assignment for the entire class on Wagner. And I decided, I don't need a creative writing minor that badly, and dropped the course. Didn't need to take it, didn't complete the course, largely because the professor sucked. And I could tell he sucked. Just like, it was horrible. Everything that people were saying about him, I could pretty much see right in front of my face. Luckily, there were no coffee farts in that first class, at least that I could detect. I made sure I sat a little further back in the room just to play it safe. RateMyProfessors.com. It's going to be good for you to go here if you are a student at the collegiate level. And of course, if you're teaching at the collegiate level, you might want to take a look, because they're saying things about you, and you gotta throw in your 2 cents. Oh, you may be the professor, but understand, if we don't like you, we're going to tell the world. My email address is chris@pirillo.com. You feel free to drop me an email. Maybe you know of another resource that might help college students. Certainly, I'd love to share it with the rest of the community. A vibrant community at YouTube, of course, on my blog at chris.pirillo.com. And the community of geeks at geeks.pirillo.com is just as vibrant as the chat room right here. It's a part of the live video experience. This video feed is broadcast 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And the chat room's typically talking tech at live.pirillo.com. We'll see you later.